Good morning, everyone. It's Gigi Goode from RuPaul's Drag Race Season 12. Get ready with me while I transform into my inspired look from Disney's Cruella in theaters, or order it on Disney Plus with premiere access on May 28th. Additional fee required. Thank you, Disney, for sponsoring this video. All right, divas, well, we better get this base started. I've already gone ahead and primed. You know, if you're not priming your skin before putting on makeup, then you're basically aging 10 years faster than you're supposed to. So that's a little helpful tip for you girls out there. But when I think of Cruella, I think of a misunderstood villain who, she is a mad genius, and I can relate. I'm particularly excited for this backstory because this is one of my favorite Disney characters of all time. She's a creative genius, and I'm eager to jump back into where it all started. Listen, I put a lot of time and effort into the way that I look every single time I get in drag, and so I relate to Cruella's need just to turn heads. I saw in the preview, she walks into the room and every single person stops and stares. That's the effect that I want. So now, going back in with this red lipstick, I like to just put it on the cheek and then blend it out. I know it looks absolutely insane right now, but this, once it gets buffed out, will just add a lovely flush to the face. I've always been a fan of retro, and I love that this movie takes place in the 70s punk era of London. I am eager to see this movie kind of dive into the world of fashion in relation to how this character turns into who she becomes, because I know she's kind of got a little bit more of an edge to her. She's a little bit more like destructive, maybe a little bit more unpolished, and you'll see the little nods of those things, but it'll be pretty ambiguous. I kind of have a feeling we're gonna be seeing some little isms of Vivienne Westwood if it's taking place in London around that time. My version of baking is not loading my face up with powder, it's just powdering it and then letting it sit, and then after a while, once I've kind of done my brows and my eyes a little bit, that's when I'll kind of go in with like a dewy setting spray and kind of bring some life and hydration back into the skin. So don't worry, she's not gonna crack. But you know what the next step is to take off this jacket because I'm starting to sweat. The hair I'm gonna be wearing is a lovely little black and white striped wig that I did, and in turn, that means my brows are going to be black. That means I have to be very careful, very gentle. I'm using a very pigmented black cream and a lovely craft store paintbrush, and I need to basically hold my breath for the entire duration of this. Oldest trick in the book. Okay, now let's clean up the undersides of these brows so we can get to working on the eyeballs. For this type of stuff, I like to use like paints and paintbrushes just because it's a little bit more artistry driven to me, I guess. Like I feel a little bit more like a painter, which is, you know, how I originally started with makeup anyways. So with this red, like I said, I'm kind of gonna start by creating this shape, which is just a nice crisp, clean line, and like wing it out and then bring it back. So my outfit that I'm wearing is super cute. The dress reminds me of a lava lamp, which is very 70s, so maybe I'll kind of give that. Okay, well, let's do one circle at a time. Okay, so I think we've got our basic hollow circles there. So now what I'm gonna do is just do some like little dots with the end of a brush, and that's my best tip for creating little circles on your face, is just using the end of a brush because it's always gonna be the same size. While this kind of like eyelid area dries, I'm sorry I'm not looking you in the eyes, camera, but careful here. I'm actually gonna just start working on the face a little bit more in terms of like contour and blush and stuff, and then once that is done, I can start working on the under eye when I can actually look up. I think I can open my eyes safely. Yes, I can. Okay, so on the under eye, kind of wanna do, I don't wanna go too overboard because already the top of the eye is pretty kooky crazy, so I wanna keep it pretty simple. Nothing too crazy, just like a slight little doodle on the bottom, if you will. For those of you out there who wanna know, Gigi, do you have any tips or tricks or something that will change my life in regards to makeup forever until the day that I die? And for that I say, yes, it's a lighter and an eyelash curler. You curl your hair with a hot curling iron. So like, why not curl your lashes the same way? I let the flame touch it for just a little bit, and I let it cool off. So like, it's not hot to the touch, but the metal is warm, so it's magic, really. So, adding some glue to the lashes before I put mascara on, because I like the lashes to kind of set for a while with the glue so that they get tacky. In the meantime, I'm gonna do lashes. I know some of you, especially the drag queens out there, might be watching and saying, Gigi doesn't have any eyeliner on? I've changed a lot, and now I put the lash right on the lash line like it's intended to be. And the only reason I do that is because it just allows more space on the eyelid for all the art that I just made. I'm gonna do a little beauty mark really quick, just because if I were Cruella, which I am currently, I would have a beauty mark. So, I'm very excited to see the works of Jenny Bevan in this film, who is the costume designer, which she's won Oscars for Room with a View, Mad Max, and hopefully Cruella. I am gonna be doing a nude lip, nothing too kooky crazy, but just, you know, that's what I do when I have crazy eyes on. Well, now that the makeup is done, I'm gonna go ahead and get into that hair, get into the outfit, and really just get into this villainous mod fantasy. Okay, everyone, so here is the finished Disney's Cruella-inspired look. Thank you all so much for watching. Y'all can catch Disney's Cruella in theaters or order it on Disney Plus with premiere access May 28th. Additional fees required.